let's move on to the finals. Let's move on to the finals and make our prediction.
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, this is a kids. This is for the bro. It's for the kids, man. This is a kid friendly podcast. Come on, let's do
Sure is,
this.
Dibo.
Debo, who are you taking?
Heat or Nuggets?
Yeah.
This is gonna end, bro. It's gonna be over in 5. I had Nuggets in 5.
Danny?
I think I'm gonna have to agree with Debo. I don't think that the Miami Heat had the talent to like keep up. Grant, they haven't had the talent to keep up with like a lot of the teams that they've faced in the play. They've had the talent to keep up with any of the teams in the playoffs. But I watched this Denver team do some insane shit to the Lakers, bro. I'm traumatized. I seriously am. Who would have thunk that Nikola Jokic would be the one to send LeBron James into retirement? Like it was bad. Did you see the bullshit that they were making? I
Yeah.
have those videos saved
That
on
was
my
insane.
phone.
That was
Yeah.
insane
There
shot.
was that one. There was that one reply tweet that went viral where it was like, one person tweeted like, have you ever seen somebody make a shot that made their stomach just drop?
Yeah.
And like it was all of this bullshit, and it was every Nuggets like crazy shot they hit in the series.
Bro, they were making just some insane shit, bro. Nikola Jokic is too good. There's not one NBA player, there's not one human being on the planet who can stop him at doing whatever he wants to do on the court. Jamal Murray, I wonder how the Heat can match up. That's what I wonder. If you leave Jokic one on one, he's gonna fry, and we're lucky that Jokic doesn't like absolutely taking over games. Otherwise, this motherfucker would average 75 points a game if he really wanted to. We would be fucked that he likes to pass the ball.
That's not his game though.
If he wanted to just score, Jokic legit could average 70, and it's scary that he doesn't want to do that. But Bam's not gonna stop him. If AD couldn't, if Gobert couldn't, Bam's not gonna. Then you got Jamal Murray. Sure, you throw Jimmy at him, but like, how can Jimmy really realistically do that and have to produce on the offensive end?
Yeah, you
Caleb
can't.
Martin and all those players and Gabe Vincent and all. I don't see it. The Nuggets are too deep. They're too well coached, even though the Heat have the better coach. But I think I'm just gonna go Nuggets in 5, man.
Here's the thing. So
I hope I'm wrong.
here's when we were in the party earlier today. This was honestly like maybe 10 minutes before you joined, Danny.
Mm.
Me and Tyler were doing things that every sports fan does, right? Thinking ahead, and trying to predict how we can win. So Tyler, as you saw, Weiler Heat in 7. He was talking about how could the Heat beat the Nuggets in the finals, right? And we thought about two things that I don't think a lot of people have thought about. One, the Nuggets were the hottest team in the NBA, sweeping the Lakers. They couldn't miss a shot. Played great against the Suns. Like they've had a lot of time off, and I wouldn't be surprised if they came out and killed the Heat in Game 1. But I also wouldn't be surprised if they come out cold in the first half, just because they haven't had game action in a little bit. That's one. Two, this Heat team is also the best coached and most chemistry by far that the Nuggets have faced. If you think the Lakers and the Suns both assembled at the trade deadline, Lakers had a first-year head coach.
Yeah.
The Wolves were assembled at the beginning of the season, but Karl Anthony Towns missed the majority of the season. Rudy Gobert and Cal Anderson had chemistry issues. Like that was just a dysfunctional team and organization overall.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Heat are by far the best coached team that the Nuggets have faced. By far, have the most chemistry. So the Heat have those two things in their favor. The Heat also have been the underdogs in every series, whether it's the Bucks, the Knicks, the Celtics. They've been the underdogs and have upset every time.
I almost say the Knicks. Honestly,
I had them against the Knicks. That
Betting
was the only time I
odds
had
had
them.
that was the
them
only bro. That was the only match
That
I
was the
was
only
like
time I had them
confident.
winning.
Yeah,
That was the only time I
gonna
had them
pull it
winning.
off.
No, well, yeah. But betting odds had them as the underdogs.
Okay.
All right.
Can I rebuttal your first
Let me
statement about
finish.
time off?
Let me finish.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
They've been the underdogs in every series. And with that being said, I still got Nuggets in 7. In 7, though.
You said
7?
7.
I don't think he's gonna go
This
that far.
This Heat team has been taken for granted too many times. I in my gut, I feel 5 like you guys, but every time I've said something like that, they've just made me look foolish. So I think they just have too much fight.
I want to say this about the Nuggets. You said about the time off. The Denver Nuggets had the first playoff game to start the playoffs, right? Because they played Minnesota, they had that week off, and then they played them last. They were the last game of the first round. Like the game ones, they were the last one. And they came out and they killed Minnesota. They beat them by like 30. I don't think time off matters to them. I don't think that it really matters to them. Especially when you have a guy like Jokic. He's going to keep you in the game for as long as possible.
That's fair. That's fair. But they haven't had a week off.
They can come out and be cold, but
It's not gonna last long.
I'm
No, it's
actually
not.
expecting the Heat to come in and win game 1 in Denver. I think that's going to happen. But I don't see how much more they can do to beat this team.
It's gonna be a lot of spo. It's gonna have to be a lot of game plan.
I feel like the key
Jesus
for the
Christ, Cody Zeller's gonna have to play. Oh my God, that's disgusting.
Cody Zeller and K-Love are both out of their rotation. K-Love might get
They
some
have to
minutes.
throw
Well, you
bodies at
can't run
Jokic.
small against Denver.
They have to throw bodies at Jokic.
You
I was
can't
thinking
run
about this
small
though.
ball
Who's getting
against
the Bam
Denver.
assignment? Because ideally it would be Aaron Gordon, but if Aaron Gordon's defending Bam,
It doesn't matter who guards Bam. He sucks.
Bro, but
He can't
bro,
score.
but Bam's ball
He
handling,
can't
Bam
score.
can get whatever.
no,
Bro,
Bam's ball handling would be a problem for Jokic.
Dog, if
He's
Bam
not
is a
attacking.
20-piece, bro, if Bam is a 20-piece, bro, you can live with that.
And he's not gonna attack. He's like Jokic to the point where he doesn't look to get his own bucket. He runs the offense.
But you also got to think. I mean, it hasn't showed so far, but that drop coverage on the 3-point line is a lot worse on the Heat than it will be on the Lakers.
Yeah. The Nuggets run drop because Jokic, but I don't think that that's gonna matter too much. I just think that Denver's offense is just too elite.
Yeah.
Their offense will
It's so
beat
good.
Miami's defense anytime, and they'll clearly beat their offense anytime.
Can I say something though? My hot take that I've been kind of blue balling you guys on.
8
Okay.
and 6.
Jokic is signed till 2027, right?
Okay.
Jamal till 2025, Porter till 2027, Aaron Gordon till 2026, KCP till 2024, Christian Brown until 2026, Peyton Watson until 2026. Outside of Bruce Brown, they have no rotational player that's a free agent this upcoming offseason. Bruce Brown has a player option. I doubt he's going to accept it. I think he can get a bag this offseason the way he's been playing.
I think he will. Yeah.
A lot more than $6 million.
Jeez, his player options for $6 million.
Yeah, they have him for $6
Oh
million.
my God, what a steal!
Damn.
This is what I'm going to say though. The way the Nuggets play ball, their ball movement, the chemistry that the players have with one another, and the system that they have implemented, I don't want to say it's dynasty, but how far are we off from being there?
Very far.
Bro, I feel like when you look at the West, right, there's only one team that has these three factors: the superstar, the coaching, and the cohesiveness within the squad.
The Warriors?
Like longevity. Well, like and like the quality of the roster as well. Like there's only one team in the entire West that has those four factors, and that's the Denver Nuggets.
Yeah.
Oh no, we're not gonna sit up here and start talking about dynasty talk. They haven't even gotten one yet.
No, they have to get one.
They could, bro. They have a really good shot at getting
They
one.
have
Though.
a very good shot at
They
getting
do.
one. But number one,
They have
you
to get it.
understand teams are gonna come back and they're gonna come back better. I expect a lot more teams to come back and be better. I think the Clippers. Oh fuck, Kawhi's knees like pot roast.
Clippers, we say
No way
every
you
year,
said, bro.
but
No
this
way
is
you said LA, bro. Like that train's done.
The Clippers, bro, they could still do it. Kawhi Leonard. I was watching some Kawhi ball today, and I fell in love again. I love Kawhi's game.
it's not crazy. It's not crazy, but it's like we talk ourselves into it every year just for the same thing that happens.
There's a lot of teams. Memphis is eventually gonna get their shit together.
But they're losing Dylan Brooks, and as funny as it is to
doesn't
say,
fucking
Dylan Brooks
matter.
is a big loss for them.
It's not that big.
No,
It's not that big.
It is. It is.
No.
He's a
Bro, Desmond
liability.
Bain and Ja cannot defend the perimeter.
That doesn't matter.
So you want them to keep
OG Anunoby on the way in this offseason. Anunoby will be a Grizzly. He'll be a Grizzly.
They offered 3 picks they offered 3 unprotected, and they said no.
No, it's because he was trying to gauge the value. He literally he said it. Masai, he said that we were just gauging the value of our players.
I don't think
very
they're
weird
gonna get
offseason.
OG this offseason though.
I'll move him. Why not? He's a free agent next year. He's
No,
definitely not going to resign. Get the
he's
2
not.
or 3 firsts.
He's not. But I don't think they're gonna. I don't know. I think the fact that Masai has seen 3, he's not gonna do it unless they give him 3, and I don't think Grizzlies will give him 3.
They'll do it. They will
Grizz-
do it. They'll
I
do it,
also
and they'll
don't
give
know
him an
what you're getting from Ja
extended
next year.
touchdown.
How much of Ja we're getting?
I think he's
You know,
getting
look,
suspended like
he'll
40
get suspended for 40
games.
games. He's getting a big
If
one.
Ja's suspended for 40 games, I don't think they'll have the chemistry in time for playoffs next year.
I'm not even talking about this. If we're talking about dynasty, we have to think about future. The Grizzlies eventually will be there. And
Pelicans.
then if we want to look at more short-term teams, I'm not counting out Golden State. I'm not counting out the Lakers. I'm not counting out the Clippers. I'm not counting out the Suns.
Can I throw it in there?
Those are short-term teams who I think have a better chance or as good of a chance as Denver
Did you
to
say Phoenix?
win. Yes, at Phoenix.
What about Sacramento?
Nah.
That I'm talking short-term right now. These are short-term teams who I think can ruin Denver's dynasty, which you guys wanted to say.
All
Those
right.
teams can ruin it in the short term. In the long term, Sacramento's
Thunder.
not doing it.
Thunder.
Sacramento's not doing it. The Thunder could. Maybe depending on how good this kid is, maybe if he's really everything that we say he's going to be, Wembanyama could.
Wemby.
Memphis can. Memphis can. If they get their shit together in the long term, they can. The
I'm
West
more
is going
impressed
to be
about the
very
Pelicans
good
than the
for a
Grizzlies
long
at this
time.
point.
Then you got to look at the East. Giannis isn't going anywhere. Tatum's not going anywhere. Who else is in the East that we care about?
But that's what I'm saying though. Here's what I'm saying though. They have these guys. They have these guys tied up for
They
a
do.
lot of years, for 3-4 years, right?
Mhm.
Their main core, the guys that are getting all PT, right? Jokic is only 28. Jamal's 26. MPJ, we like to make jokes about the back. It has not been a problem this year. He's only 24.
It eventually will be. It's continued to be a problem his whole career.
It's looked good though, so I don't want to jinx it, but it's
All
looked
right.
good. AG is 27. KCP is 30, but I think his game can age well. I don't think he relies on athleticism a ton. And then you have like guys like Christian Braun, who's 22, and Christian Brown and Payne Watson, who's 20. Like those guys are going to improve and become better rotational players.
But like I said, look, I'm not saying they can't. I do think eventually the Denver Nuggets will have a championship, and we won't be able to tease them in the group chat anymore, Debo.
For not
They'll
having
they'll
a ring.
they'll have a championship in the next 5 years. By the time Jokic's contract is done, they'll get a championship.
Bro, I've thought about it. It's going to be so depressing. I'm going to be the only one in the group chat that hasn't witnessed my team win a ring.
That's
Because
crazy. Well, you and
Dibo
Debo.
technically has.
Debo technically has. But look, like I said, there's too many short-term teams and there's too many long-term teams to start even thinking about a dynasty when they haven't even won once yet. Are they going to lose? Probably not. Can they lose? Yes.
They can.
And then can it be a situation where they never reach the finals again? Yeah, that can happen. Y'all know that can happen. Minnesota, look, I tease the Timberwolves a lot, but they got Anthony Edwards there. Anthony Edwards he's the
No,
fucking future. If
no.
they like get serious, bro, if the Timberwolves get serious, oh, they can't. They don't have any picks.
Hey, no, you can't forget about Jaden McDaniels too.
Nah, we know about real hoops. He's a Laker.
No.
What you mean, bro?
Bro, but I still think like you say the Timberwolves. I think Anthony Edwards can go nuts, and I still don't think they can beat the yoke.
No, they probably won't. I'm just saying those are like the amount of star players that are in the West right now that can, if their organizations become serious and if they do like what they're supposed to do, those are players that can rival what the Nuggets have.
Oh, rival for sure. I'm gonna say it like this. I don't think that the Nuggets go to become a dynasty without multiple game sevens, without multiple
fair.
memorable Jokic or Jamal Murray performances. They're gonna need those, no doubt.
Any dynasty does, yeah.
But if let's say DraftKings or FanDuel comes to me and they say, hey, we'll give you $100 free bet. You pick the next dynasty or the most likely dynasty for the next upcoming 5 years. I would put my money on the Nuggets.
I picked the Nuggets, yeah.
I would too. Man, they have the Batman, they got the Robin, they got the coach.
Yeah, Alfred's everywhere.
Bro.
They got the home court. Nobody wants to talk about it, but Denver has become a battleground. It's become a fortress.
That's why they start off so well.
Yeah.
Because once the players they like players say once you get your second win, it's fine, but you don't get your second win until like the second quarter, and by then like you've already been decimated.
Yeah. And
Right.
the Nuggets are becoming smart. My bad, Dibo, but I just gotta get this in. Like,
Mhm.
I felt like they almost game planned for the Lakers, knowing the altitude was a factor. Like that first quarter in Game One, they had no intent other than to run.
Now we're just old and like lazy,
Yeah, and it showed throughout the series too. The transition defense was horrible
Horrible.
at times.
piss poor. Oh my god, it was bad.
Like, well, because the Lakers they were down a lot throughout the series as well. And when you're trying to catch up from like a huge deficit, you can't allow like easy buckets inside as well in transition, and that's what we saw all series.
Yeah, that's what it was, and they killed us on the glass too, especially in game one and game two. It was bad. I don't think that we won a single rebounding battle all 4 games. But one thing that really pissed me off was we lost this series. We lost by a combined 24 points. 24 points was the deciding factor in the series.
Yeah.
It wasn't even like we lost bad. If you like look at every single loss that we had and you combined it, 24 points was the
He already
total.
did the math. He already did the math.
24 points was the total, bro. It was that hurts
That's an
because they're
average of
just
6 points per game.
yeah
And
Two
it's
yeah
true.
possession game.
on
Yeah, but back
yeah.
to the Nuggets. You had all those elements together. Like I said before, and you have a series title contender that's gonna last for like at minimum like 3 5 years to come. So it whether or not the Nuggets are gonna win this year or not, bro, they're here to stay. They've been here to stay for like the past few years now as well. When they're 100% healthy. So hey, the NBA, the national TV media, all the talking heads, they just got to deal with it.
I agree. Um, Last thing, a lot of people are saying that, oh, this finals might not get the views. It doesn't have the LeBron in it. It doesn't have the sexy names in it. Agree or disagree?
Well, we talked about it. Me and Danny, we talked about that about us wanting a Lakers Celtics finals. I think it was like a couple episodes back. Um, if y'all listen to this right now and y'all find that clip, hey, we were trolling, so we're gonna still watch the finals
Nah,
because
they weren't trolling. They weren't trolling. Hate on them in the comments.
we wanted Lakers Celtics because we're Lakers Celtics fans. Oh my god.
yes, yeah,
Oh my
Nah,
god.
nah. They said nobody would watch otherwise. Hate them in the comments.
Yeah, nobody should watch these final. Bro, I don't know why people be bringing up ratings. Like, bro, no one fucking cares. You don't.
Enjoy
Well,
the
it's
game
not money in
yourself.
your
Oh
pocket,
man,
bro.
that is elite pocket watching too. Like, why do you care about old white people like with their money? I don't get
It's
that.
not. It's not. It's not the money going into your pocket. I'll watch these finals because the fuck else am I gonna watch? There's
Exactly.
nothing else. There's nothing else on, and bro, it should be interesting, bro.
Nah, and it's gonna be fun because like I think that like for the casual fan, I don't think a lot of fans have watched Jokic. I think that's why
Yeah,
the Bleacher Reports, House of Highlights, NBA, we're all posting his highlights. Like, I think this is going to be the first time for them to see the Nuggets play. I think the Nuggets arguably play the most attractive brand of basketball
Uh,
in the league right now. And then I also think for the old heads, you're going to be able to watch the best defensive team in the playoffs, the best defensive team in the league overall. Um, and it's Jimmy versus a two-time MVP. It's Bam versus Jamal. You got Michael Porter Jr., who's gonna splash out of nowhere for one game. Duncan Robinson will match him. It's like you got all these undrafted players for one team and high picks on the other. So I mean, it'll be a good collision.
it should be a good series. Do I really care who wins? I mean, just someone who lives in Colorado, not really. I mean, it's not like I would. I can't show my face at the parade.
I will
Um,
be there. I will be
I,
there.
I mean, I
we
would want to.
we all gotta pull up. We all gotta pull up there.
I can't.
It's
You know
not
what? I'll go.
ridiculous.
I'll go. Why not? And I told Tyler, and I told Debo and Matt, I'm extending the invitation to you, man. If the Heat win a championship, bro, we're flying to Miami. We're going to that parade.
I will not be there.
You will be there because you're paying for my ticket.
You know how much, bro? That it's gotta be expensive to go.
Bro, I was with
Spirit, nigga.
Stapley and Nick earlier tonight, and we are like, can you imagine if this game happened on like a Friday or Saturday, where the Heat win Game 7 and you were in Miami? Can you imagine the bars and the parties tonight?
Man, they know he feels like that in Miami, bro.
Whoa,
So
what? It's
talking about?
Miami. Miami's lit.
Miami.
Miami is lit already. You had a Game 7 win to the finals.
I'm going to Miami if they win a championship, and I'm gonna be at the parade. I don't care.
oh,
As
Danny,
long as Matt
it's gonna be
pays for
like
my ticket, I'll
Carnival.
be there.
It'll be like another Carnival.
you're my sugar daddy. Don't you gotta pay?
Nah, bro. You can pay for my Spirit airline ticket. It's like 15
Beat me on
bucks, bro.
FIFA and I'll pay. Beat me on FIFA and I'll pay.
I literally beat you this morning.